new lens from Sigma, and finally something different. There's literally no other lens like this available on the market right now. This is a first full frame f1.8 constant minimum aperture zoom lens. A bit unusual range too, 28 to 45mm. At first, I didn't know what it is good for. 28mm is just not wide enough to be a wide angle lens, and 45mm is not exactly a telephoto, but that wide aperture and the fact that you get prime lens performance here makes this lens really special. Right now it is available in Sony E and L mounts, but hopefully it will eventually make it to Nikon Z and Canon RF mounts in the near future too. Quick disclaimer, I have this lens on loan from Sigma UK, but I was not asked or paid to say anything specific about it. Everything you see and hear in this video is my own opinion, and I didn't have to show this video to them for approval before publishing it here for you. So you're getting equivalent to, well, kind of nearly, to 24, 35 and 50mm focal ranges in one lens. Nearly, as it's not as wide as 24 and it is almost 50. So if you are used to shooting with wide aperture f1.8 primes, here you get all that, but without the need of changing the lenses all the time. The problem I have as a reviewer with pretty much all modern lenses now, especially from Sigma and lenses in this price range, they are simply good, and it is very difficult, if possible at all, to find something wrong with them. High quality build and high quality optical performance are simply given these days, and this is not exception. This is a lens not only good for landscape, architecture, street photography, if the size and weight don't bother you, but also for portrait and everything else in between. Yes, you get that classic Sigma color and contrast, but also there's very little chromatic aberration. There's some, but seriously less than with most of primes. Flaring is really under control too. The autofocus is fast, reliable and accurate. Overall performance is extremely good. The wide minimum aperture of f1.8 makes it a good lens for shooting in lower lighting conditions, and there's enough zoom range, even though it is a very odd zoom range, to make it very versatile and usable in a very wide range of shooting scenarios. Especially if you have used Sigma's 28 to 70mm, that 28mm will feel okay to you. To me, it is just missing those few extra millimeters, and every time I want to shoot wide, it doesn't feel wide enough. I am not saying that this is a problem with this lens. I'm just saying that it would be better or cooler if it was 24 or even 20mm at the wide end, but that would make it even bigger and heavier than it already is for sure. What is really nice here is the minimum focusing distance, 30 centimeters throughout the zoom range. That makes it really a good lens choice for close-up photography, even small product photography. Also, if you compare minimum focusing distance to any 45 or 50mm primes, it is closer than average, giving you more subject to background separation when you fully zoom into 45mm and get closer to your subject. It generates really nice, smooth and creamy bokeh too. Video performance is also very good, as expected from a lens in this class. Autofocus works very well and there's no focus breathing visible at all. Certainly great low light performer and a versatile option when changing lenses is not convenient or not an option. The focal range and this wide aperture will make this lens a perfect lens for filming from a gimbal, but it is heavy and rather large. Doable, but you need the right gimbal for it and strong back and arms to handle it. We all wanted a wide aperture zoom like this, but unfortunately, this is at the price of weight and size. This lens weighs hefty 950 grams, and it is not exactly pocket size. Good thing is that the zooming is all done internally without shifting the balance forward or backward or extending the lens, making it even more suitable for gimbal usage. Big front glass element with 82mm filter thread. Construction wise, it is very similar externally to the 24-70mm Mark II. Two focus hold buttons that can be programmed to do other things via the camera, standard auto manual focus switch, manual aperture ring that can be declicked with a switch, and also aperture lock switch for locking the aperture ring in auto mode or out of auto in manual. The focus ring and the aperture rings are very firm and feel solid, screaming high quality build. It is of course also fully weather sealed. The price, £1,299 here in UK or $1,349 in US. Considering how much more brands like Sony and Lumix charge for their premium pro quality zooms, this is a very good price, especially if you take into consideration the fact that it is the only f1.8 full frame zoom like this available on the market, and one that is actually very good quality built and optically. The only thing that could be limiting for a lot of people is its size and weight. If this is something that does not bother you, then this could be just one lens for everything, and it is an amazing value for money. Conclusion, that little bit odd zoom range might not be for everyone, but the zoom lens with the f1.8 constant minimum aperture is unique. You do get prime lens quality and performance with zoom all in one package. It is a very solid lens choice for landscape, street, product or portrait photography, but you have to bear in mind that it's not small or light. This heavy lens is not easy to carry with you or to shoot with it in your hands all day long, but not really unusual with high-end zooms and something that you can get used to. If you need lighter and smaller, you can use simply 3 primes instead to get the similar range. This lens will surely appeal to a lot of people who are used to shooting with primes and never been fans of zooms. The low light performance, shallow depth of field, combined with the versatility that zoom provides are the attributes that make this lens unique. Optical quality, well built, and a lens that has got no competition is not a replacement for a standard 24-70 zoom. It's different. Amazing lens for photography and filming with internal zooming and the price that is very competitive. Usually in the past, high-end zooms or all high-end lenses would cost a lot, making them way out of reach of a lot of people, especially those not making money with their camera. This is priced very well for what it is and what you can do with it. This is a lens that will satisfy even the most critical professionals and one that I very highly recommend.